basically, I feel like I've framed my entire womanhood around men, when, like, in reality, I'm no longer interested in men, like, philosophically, like what men want. Like, what men want is so boring and simple and not creative. My entire life, I've been trying to conquer femininity, and somewhere along the way, I feel like femininity conquered me.
I think my first experience, like realizing how difficult it is to be a woman, was how other women and girls made me feel about myself. I never seen that aspect of men tearing down other men that they're meant to be friends with. Why do women feel that they need to tear other women down in a world that is already hard for women to be in and like is against us in the first place? Like, why are women against women when the world and everything in the world is against women? Like,
there would have been definitely a pattern of fairly much continuous boyfriends throughout my life. Looking back on it, I think it was inherently wrong that I recognize myself as a woman only through confirmation of attention by men is wrong and not something I would ever agree with now. The realization of myself as a woman was as a result of attention I was getting as a woman, because I think if I'd had sufficient self-confidence, I wouldn't have needed that affirmation from the attention from men.
Yeah, I'd probably say school as well, like secondary school. And what about it? I felt like there was a lot of pressure to look a certain way, to like, it was like the male gaze, like trying to impress the male gaze. But like if I went back with this mentality I have now, differently, I think I would just have no interest in, or I wouldn't care as much as like what people thought of me. I wouldn't be so in my head about it. And I probably wouldn't get up every morning trying to make myself look a certain way.
In a sentence, what is pretty to you?
An energy. I think how people present themselves, like what they think about themselves and other people. And yeah, just like the vibe and energy they carry.
It's just kind of secondary school, to be honest. Of just being like, why are boys so fucking horrible? You know what I mean? Yeah, but sure, I went to an all-girls primary, so then my first introduction of like being like, oh, I'm different than boys is obviously like secondary. So yeah, that was my first introduction to boys, was at 13 years old, when they're fucking horrible.
Remember me before I was a heap of salt, the laughing child who seldom did as she was told or came when she was called, the merry girl who became Lot's bride, the happy woman who loved her wicked city. Do not remember me with pity. I saw you plodding on ahead into the desert of your pitiless faith. Those springs are dry, that earth is dead. I looked back, not forward into death. Forgiving rains dissolve me, and I come, still disobedient, still happy, home.